Das gleiche Wort ist ein Friedensprojekt, in dem es um Völkerverständigung durch Musik geht. In den vergangenen Jahren wurde uns immer wieder vor Augen geführt, wie sehr uns Religionen trennen können. Durch Anschläge. Dabei gibt es so viele Gemeinsamkeiten, gemeinsame Konzepte, gemeinsame Ansichten und die gemeinsamen Worte des Projekttitels. Ich habe ein internationales Team Kreativer zusammengestellt und wir suchen nach den musikalischen und ethischen Gemeinsamkeiten in den Weltreligionen. Aus dieser Recherche entsteht ein Text, der dann vertont wird. Denn Musik ist unser Medium und Musik verbindet auch Gruppen, die sonst nicht so viel miteinander zu tun haben. Folgen Sie mir jetzt auf unserer Reise in die Kulturen und die Musik. August 2019. Das kreative Team trifft sich in Israel. Es ist das erste Mal, dass alle Beteiligten zusammenkommen, um zu recherchieren und sich kennenzulernen.
There are four of us. We are four composers, visual artists. There's documentary crew. The creator of the project is a journalist.
When is Wort coming?
So Sawad should be getting into the airport in about 10 minutes.
Egyptian Quran reciters, before they even read the words from the Quran, they are taught maqam, which is the musical scales of the Middle East. They are taught these extensively, so that when they go and read a verse from the Quran, if it talks about hell, they're not going to have a major sounding scale. And if it talks about love and God's mercy, it's going to have something that sounds more sweet. So as a result, if you're listening to a Moroccan or Syrian or Egyptian or even Palestinian reciter where music is not taboo, when they are reciting the Quran, if you are a musician in particularly, you will be able to understand the words more because the emotion of the scale matches the meaning of the word. Whereas Saudi Arabian Quran reciters are never taught maqam because it's considered forbidden, it's music. Searching for a way to combine my beliefs with my musical upbringing brought me to see these things. And then that concept that music is forbidden was like, how could that be true? You know, like how could someone even fathom a world without music? You know, and how can you even worship without music, which is found in your mother's voice? It's found in the birds outside. It's found everywhere. You know.
Ein wichtiger Teil der Reise ist, in die jeweiligen Kulturen einzutauchen und sie im Alltag zu erleben, wie hier auf dem Jerusalemer Mehane Yehuda-Markt, keine 2 Kilometer von der Altstadt entfernt, in der es regelmäßig zu Unruhen kommt.
When you compare this Allahu Akbar, which they've said probably like 100 times, to the Allahu Akbar that you see in a movie about a terrorist or like that actually happens with terrorists, what a contrast, you know?
There's certainly no shortage of history of Christianity being invoked in the name of God to slaughter people. Yeah. So it's hardly unique. It's just, I think it's more immediate because it's in our recent memory that we can look back and see examples of that happening. How conveniently it is that we forget.
You have those scriptures, and they were written by men, and they were used by men, and they were abused by men.
Politics and religion are, when they come together, it's like a weapon of mass destruction, you know?
Ob bei den Arbeitssessions oder beim Erkunden Jerusalems und seiner diversen Kulturen, die Musik ist immer Thema.
Kanun would sound definitely more like Middle Eastern. Like I don't think it can sound like, for example, Buddhist.
Yeah.
For example.
The instrument itself evokes the ethnic background
If
it
you
comes
put
from.
Kanun, it's definitely you're talking about Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
A keyboard instrument would be, I think, important and useful again for all of us. So, a piano is certainly preferable to none.
There, what would you think of a digital piano?
There's a danger that we end up sounding like Philip Glass kind of ensemble. That
I mean, I also just don't really care for synthesizers in classical music, period. I just don't.
There is another possibility which I discussed with Dorothy, like to have also like a soundtrack, like because we have like especially in Jerusalem we have the muezzin and the church and recording, yeah.
Einige Monate später, im Januar 2020, treffen wir uns in New York wieder. Einem anderen kulturellen Melting Pot und einem säkularen Kommentar zu Jerusalem. Auch dort besuchen wir heilige Orte. Aber unsere Schwerpunkte bei diesem Treffen sind, herauszufinden, wie die Komponisten am besten zusammenarbeiten können und meine Textentwürfe durchzusprechen. And now switch the Bible and the Quran. And there was day, mirrored by the surah.
Yeah, by the sun and
By the sun and his brightness.
And there was day?
So there was day and night and the moon where she borrows light from him. And sky and land and seas and plants and sun.
You could play around contrapuntally with and sky and land and seas and plants and sun. Those are all short fragments that can get layered and repeated and underscoring things without people necessarily not comprehending them.
I think I would agree with you with this thing, and because it's more like Quran and the Bible, which is also the Torah. Maybe it would be nice to have some sort of something from the Hinduism part as well, Buddhist, that the Buddhist or the Hindu can also join in on this, like what I can see as a nice fugal contrapuntal part.
Zusätzlich zu der konkreten Arbeit am Projekt entspinnen sich regelmäßig auch Gespräche über Kunst, Kultur und Politik.
I don't know that necessarily art can stop war or can stop people from committing violence or spreading hate, but I think that what it does is it speaks to the best of humanity, and I think that it moves people's hearts in a way that pure speech or reasoning or writing in a newspaper doesn't necessarily have the opportunity to do.
We still have a little time left. Why don't we do our first private session now?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's a good rehearsal for the actual collaboration.
I'm somebody who does better with I have restrictions rather than just write anything.
Yeah.
Do you want to say for piano?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so a piano piece, how long?
16 bars.
Key, F sharp major.
Thanks, Martin.
Hier in New York testen die Komponisten auch ganz praktisch aus, wie sie zusammenarbeiten könnten.
Wo genau es jetzt hingeht, weiß keiner, glaube ich, so genau. Und deswegen bin ich im Moment so gespannt. Ich finde es immer grandios, mit Komponisten zusammenzuarbeiten, um Rückfragen zu stellen, wie hast du dir das und das gedacht? Und dieser direkte Kontakt ist einfach super angenehm.
Nach unserem Treffen in New York geht die Arbeit in Hamburg und über den Erdball verteilt weiter.
It's been slow starting, but I'm planning to have something to send to Suad next week. It goes to her first, right?
Unsere Textsessions in New York waren hilfreich, weil ich zum einen die Rückmeldungen bekommen habe von den Komponisten, dass sie die Texte gut finden. Und zum anderen weiß ich jetzt, was sie brauchen, damit sie ihre Arbeit ideal umsetzen können.
Bist du denn zufrieden jetzt mit der musikalischen Umsetzung deiner Textzusammenstellung?
Ja. Ich bin super glücklich damit, was da rausgekommen ist.